How aging affects sexual hormones as human beings enter middle age and later life. One of the most significant and unavoidable physiological changes is the natural decline of sexual hormones. This is not merely a matter of reproductive capacity, it influences overall health, quality of life, psychological balance, and the risk of multiple chronic diseases. To fully understand the connection between aging and sexual hormones, it is necessary to consider the biological mechanisms involved, the influence of lifestyle and environmental factors, as well as gender differences in the aging process. In women, the primary sex hormones are estrogen and progesterone, produced mainly in the ovaries. Estrogen not only determines female sexual characteristics, but also plays critical roles in bone formation, vascular elasticity, lipid regulation, neural protection, and emotional balance. When women enter the stage of perimenopause and menopause, usually between the ages of 45 and 55, ovarian function declines and estrogen levels drop sharply. This decrease leads to the well-known symptoms of hot flashes, insomnia, vaginal dryness, irregular periods, and reduced sexual desire. Yet the impact goes much deeper. Estrogen also influences cardiovascular health, bone density, and brain function, explaining why postmenopausal women have a significantly higher risk of osteoporosis, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Progesterone, though less frequently discussed, also falls sharply, disturbing the delicate balance between estrogen and progesterone, contributing to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and even depression in many women. In men, testosterone is the principal hormone, produced in the testes under the control of the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. Unlike the sudden drop in women, testosterone decreases gradually, beginning around age 30, with an average annual decline of about 1%. By ages 60 to 70, many men experience what is known as andropause. Symptoms include decreased libido, erectile dysfunction, loss of muscle mass, increased abdominal fat, fatigue, irritability, reduced concentration, and higher risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Testosterone is not only vital for sexual capacity, but also for overall health, maintaining muscle and bone, supporting red blood cell production, and stabilizing mood. The aging effect on sexual hormones is not solely the result of ovarian or testicular decline. Scientific research demonstrates that the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis is affected at multiple levels. The hypothalamus becomes less responsive to hormonal signals. The pituitary releases gonadotropins less consistently, and the gonads themselves lose functional capacity. Environmental factors such as chronic stress, diet, sleep quality, alcohol use, smoking, and obesity can accelerate this process. Moreover, insulin resistance and chronic low-grade inflammation, hallmarks of aging, directly impair hormone production and activity. The relationship between sex hormones and the brain is also crucial. Both estrogen and testosterone have neuroprotective effects. They enhance synaptic connections, support memory, and improve learning. When hormone levels decline, the brain becomes more vulnerable to aging, leading to cognitive impairment, mood disorders, and increased risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. This explains why women after menopause have a higher incidence of dementia, while men with low testosterone often experience depression, metabolic syndrome, and cognitive decline. In cardiovascular health, estrogen maintains vascular flexibility, regulates cholesterol, and reduces atherosclerosis. With estrogen decline, women lose this protective shield and become more prone to heart attacks and strokes. In men, low testosterone worsens cholesterol balance, increases insulin resistance, and promotes arterial plaque buildup, thereby raising cardiovascular risk. Thus, aging impacts sexual hormones in ways that extend far beyond sexual function, influencing overall longevity and well-being. Another key aspect is bone density and muscle mass. Estrogen stimulates all osteoblast activity and preserves bone strength in women. After menopause, the rapid drop in estrogen accelerates bone loss, greatly raising the risk of hip, spine, and wrist fractures. Testosterone in men contributes indirectly by promoting muscle strength, which protects bone, and by directly influencing bone formation. Men with low testosterone are more likely to suffer osteoporosis, sarcopenia, falls, and fractures. For this reason, hormone replacement therapy is sometimes considered to reduce complications. Fat tissue also plays a significant role in this process. With age, fat mass increases, especially visceral fat. Adipose tissue functions as an endocrine organ, producing inflammatory cytokines and aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. In older men, this results in relatively higher estrogen and lower testosterone, creating hormonal imbalance. The consequences include prostate enlargement, erectile dysfunction, and even increased risk of prostate cancer. From a psychological and social perspective, the decline of sexual hormones strongly affects confidence, intimacy, emotional bonding, and overall quality of life. Women may feel less attractive, experience irritability, or suffer depression. Men, who often associate testosterone with vitality and masculinity, may struggle with self-esteem, avoiding intimacy or becoming overly anxious about health. Without proper understanding and support, these issues can strain relationships and increase isolation in later years. Addressing hormonal decline is not limited to hormone replacement therapy, HRT. While HRT can relieve menopausal symptoms in women and boost testosterone in men, it is not suitable for everyone. Risks such as blood clots, breast and uterine cancers in women, or prostate cancer and cardiovascular events in men mean that medical supervision and careful risk-benefit assessment are essential. Therefore, lifestyle-based and natural strategies often form the cornerstone of safe, long-term management. A balanced diet rich in fiber, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats like omega-3s can support hormonal balance and reduce inflammation. Phytoestrogens, plant compounds found in soy and flaxseed, may ease menopausal symptoms for women. Regular exercise, especially resistance and strength training, helps preserve muscle mass, bone density, circulation, and stable hormone levels. Adequate sleep is critical since hormones such as testosterone are primarily secreted during nighttime rest. Stress management techniques like meditation, yoga, and deep breathing lower cortisol, a stress hormone that suppresses sex hormone production. Recent research highlights the importance of vitamins and minerals for hormone production. Vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, and B vitamins are crucial for gonadal function. Older adults often lack these nutrients due to poor diet or reduced absorption, so appropriate supplementation may be necessary. Avoiding alcohol, tobacco, and stimulants further helps slow hormonal decline. An emerging approach is personalized medicine and comprehensive sexual health care for older adults. Instead of focusing solely on hormones, experts recommend an integrative plan including nutrition, exercise, sleep hygiene, psychological counseling, social support, and regular medical checkups. This approach aims not only to maintain sexual capacity, but also to protect cardiovascular health, bone strength, brain function, and overall quality of life. In conclusion, aging influences sexual hormones through a complex interplay of biological and environmental mechanisms. In women, the abrupt decline of estrogen and progesterone brings about menopausal symptoms and long-term health risks. In men, the gradual fall in testosterone undermines physical, psychological, and sexual health. These changes are inevitable, but they can be mitigated through healthy lifestyle choices, comprehensive care, and in selected cases, medical intervention. By approaching this issue with openness, scientific knowledge, and proactive measures, individuals can enter middle and later life with confidence, vitality, and fulfillment in both sexual health and overall well-being.